The haunting of Blue Ridge House in 1968. John and Sarah bought an old house in the Blue Ridge Mountains. The home was worn, but had an eerie charm. The first night, a strange feeling crept over them, as if unseen eyes were watching. They didn't know that their story was just beginning. After sunset, they heard heavy footsteps echo down the hallway, though they were alone. Sarah froze as John tried to find the source, but found nothing. The sound seemed to get closer, then vanished into silence, leaving an unsettling stillness in its place. Doors would slam on their own, and icy drafts whispered through the house, even on calm nights. No matter where they looked, they couldn't find the source. It felt like the house itself was breathing, each creak a reminder of something lurking beneath its worn floorboards. One morning, they found crimson symbols on the walls. No one could explain how they appeared, but the letters seemed to pulse, twisting into shapes neither recognized. Sarah tried scrubbing them away, but they only smeared, leaving a darker stain behind. One night, as John drew the curtains, he saw a fleeting shadow in the room's corner. When he turned, the shadow was gone, leaving only a faint chill in the air. Sarah dismissed it as stress, but John couldn't shake the feeling someone was hiding in the shadows. As they lay in bed, whispers echoed from the hallway, soft, murmuring words they couldn't make out, yet their hearts pounded in fear. John stepped out to see who was there, but only found an empty hallway. The whispers continued, louder, as he backed into the room. One day, they discovered a shattered mirror in the living room. Strange, disfigured handprints marked the glass. Sarah's heart raced. She didn't recognize them. They were larger and smeared, as if someone or something was trying to break through. A neighbor told them about a family who once lived there, whose lives ended in tragedy. The house, he warned, had its secrets and wasn't a place for peace. As he walked away, his words lingered like an unshakable omen, and doubt crept into their minds. Late one evening, John caught a glimpse of a face in the window reflection. It wasn't his own, and it was there for just a second before disappearing. He looked around, heart racing, but saw nothing. The face, however, stayed in his mind like a brand. Sarah began waking at dawn, seeing shadows move across the house. Each morning, she'd watch them dart across rooms and then vanish. She felt drawn to follow them, but resisted, fear rooting her in place. It felt like the house was calling her deeper in. Desperate, they called a medium to cleanse the house. She arrived, calm and professional, but her demeanor changed once inside. She glanced around, uneasy, and after a few attempts, she fled without a word, leaving John and Sarah more afraid than ever. During the night, they began feeling icy hands pulling at their feet, tugging gently at first, then stronger. The sensation left them terrified, and sleep became impossible. Whatever haunted the house, it was growing bolder, determined to make itself known. Local children refused to come near the property, whispering rumors of ghosts and curses. They said the spirits inside were restless, and anyone who stayed too long would be taken by them. John dismissed it as gossip, but the kids' fear seemed all too real. One evening, their dog began barking furiously at an empty corner of the room, teeth bared and fur standing on end. No matter how much they tried to calm him, he wouldn't stop. They felt a chilling presence nearby, something unseen but undeniably there. Candles began lighting by themselves in rooms they hadn't entered. Each time they blew them out, they'd relight moments later. John and Sarah felt trapped, the once cozy house now a maze of strange occurrences. They could no longer ignore the signs. The fear became unbearable. One night, they gathered their belongings and left without a backward glance. As they drove away, they felt the house watching them. They'd never return to Blue Ridge House, but its shadow lingered in their memories forever. If you have a fearless heart, returning here means you're ready for more upcoming horror and thrill. Be the first to dive into the new adventure by clicking the subscribe button and turning on the notifications. Get ready for an unforgettable experience.